I know I need a haircut. Leave me alone. All right. Finished JJK. Finished the manga. Third manga I've ever read. First anime I've ever watched. And I gotta say, it was really good. But why did everybody say Megumi died to a third grade curse? Like, I get it. You guys want to slander him. You want to do all this slander. You gotta slander everybody. Why? Okay, I know he's potential, man, but don't make things up, bro, because that tripped me out. I really thought he died to a grade 3 curse. I thought, when I see something that's even remotely might be a spoiler, I blur my vision and I scroll away. I don't look into it. So when I see something that says Megumi died to a third grade curse, I scrolled away. So I was reading the manga and I was genuinely waiting as like time kept going. As I kept getting closer and closer to the end, I was like, all right, when's it gonna happen? When am I gonna see some BS of Megumi dying to a grade 3 curse? Then I learned it's just something that something people made up to slander him. Why, bro? Like, bro, you can slander Yuta, okay? That dude, you could go slander him, okay? He's a pedophile. I don't care what you do, but like, come on, like, what did Megumi do? Okay, what did he do? It's not like he's a good character. I feel like, why you guys let it out? Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. So most of my talking points are going to be referring to the manga because that's what I just read. So that's the main thing. So if you only watched the anime or you just haven't read the manga yet, then come back later. But now I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. So, first of all, they did an amazing job with that Sukuna Gojo fight. But they jumped him, bruh. Sukuna jumped Gojo to win. Like, what are we doing? Come on, man. Gojo, I don't know, bro. But that fight was exhilarating. That was an amazing fight. Even though they did jump him, it was amazing. I knew the outcome, and I was still on the edge of my seat the entire fight, waiting for what's gonna happen next. It got to a point where I was just like, oh my gosh. Okay, so he's gonna die on this chapter. No, he's gonna die on this chapter. Like the fight just kept going and going and going. And usually when they drag out fights, I get kind of annoyed. But like this one, it just felt like it needed to go on for a long time, and it hurt when Gojo lost, because like god damn, bro. Like he was so confident. They brought him back and everything, and he was like nah, I'd win. And I was like, oh man, you're not gonna win. Like I already knew he was gonna lose before that, but like, man. The other fight I want to talk about is that Hikari and Kashimo fight. That fight was amazing. Like usually when I don't know, when I read fights, when I'm reading these JJK fights, like they really got me on the edge of my seats. They're very well written and drawn out. Like I love it so much. Hikari was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, he became my favorite character. I like him a lot. My second favorite. Toji's my favorite. Hikari is like right there though. Like he's funny as hell, and he is dope, and he's powerful too. Like he was snapping. All in all though, every fight was crazy. I'm not gonna cover all of them though because there's like a billion, but like those are the two I wanted to highlight because I love them the most. They're the best ones objectively. I feel like those are like objectively the best fights. So obviously I'm gonna cover them. But I mean, they were nuts, and I didn't know the outcome of that Hikari fight, so I was like really waiting for that one. There was also that Takaba and Kenjaku fight. That one was funny. I like that one too a little bit. I mean, I just thought it was so silly and like whimsical. It was just like a fun little difference thing, which is, I guess this could be a little transition to what I want to talk about, which is the humor. I think I really like the humor in JJK. I feel like it's always like well written. I like the difference in art styles, like when they change a little bit, like it'll go from serious to silly from time to time. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I don't know. Like the manga and the anime are just like very easy to follow. I think it's perfect for a beginner. Coming from a beginner, like this is perfect. Like people, like coming from me, people that don't watch anime usually think it's just weird, and they think it's weird because of like all that fan service. Okay, they see all the big boobs and everything, and they see all that, and they think, oh yeah, anime is weird. What is this? That's why they think it's weird. So I'm just saying, if you want to put somebody on to anime, and to show them that it's not everything is like that, JJK is a good choice. But I'd say it's more of a good choice for like guys though. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you I'm not saying it's like JJK is only for guys, but I'm saying for the guys that think anime is weird, I think JJK is like I feel like it's a good option for them, you know. Like from my experience, I haven't thought anime was weird for like a year, but I've been trying to get into it in that year. Like I kept going to Naruto and trying to get to that because, you know, everybody talks about how good it is and it was super long. I was planning to have like I was planning to just, you know, have a marathon, but I'm not gonna lie, I kept getting like drawn out, and it was just kept like the pacing felt really off in the beginning, so I couldn't really invest myself into something new because of how long Naruto is, and especially in the beginning. So it was just really hard. But with JJK, it's like everything. It's pretty fast paced. There's not a whole lot going on. The characters, they don't have too much depth. It's very easy to follow, so it's very easy for a new person to come in and start watching. And then after that person's done watching JJK, they might do what I did, and they might go find another anime. And then what happened with me was, you know, I got emotionally hooked onto another thing, and then that's how I kind of became an anime fan. Like I've always, for the last year at least, I've appreciated anime. I stopped hating on it, but I still wasn't watching it. And then, you know, the path I just talked about is kind of how I got to where I am now. Now, speaking of the anime that got me emotionally hooked and, you know, really brought me in, Chainsaw Man. Our last episode, I did compare Chainsaw Man and JJK, and I did say that Chainsaw Man is better, and I stand on that. Okay, Chainsaw Man is still better, but that's not a knock on JJK. JJK is still really good. I still love it. Chainsaw Man's just better. But all in all, that choice is mainly, it comes down to preference. Like, I prefer Chainsaw Man. I don't know how to find an objective better between the two. I think they both excel at what they want to do and what they're going for. But like, so it comes down to preference. So I prefer Chainsaw Man. If you prefer JJK, that's perfectly fine. But so far, my list on my path, on my anime journey, it goes Chainsaw Man, JJK, okay, and then nothing else because I haven't watched anything else yet. But like that's the current standings. Like Chainsaw Man, it feels like the goal for the readers is like, you know, you want to see Denji find happiness, you know, and achieve his dreams. While in JJK, you want to watch the group, you want to see the good guys beat the bad guys. You know, that's kind of like, it's very different goals and reasons for reading / watching. So it's kind of hard to compare the two. But anyways, getting away from comparison, because, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, going back to solely focusing on JJK, I want to really talk about the manga. I know people say, you know, Yuta's a bum, all this. I'm not gonna lie. When I was reading his fight with all those people, I'm not gonna lie, he was looking not too much like a bum. But he kind of is I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of a fraud, bro. I'm like, first of all, you have a 10-year-old girlfriend, and second of all, that 10-year-old girlfriend low-key carries you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she low-key carries you, bro. Like, you took over Gojo's body, you fizzled out in 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, when he was in Gojo's body, what did he really do? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm missing something. Sometimes when I'm reading, my brain goes a little fuzzy. But when he was in Gojo's body, what was he doing? Like, what significance did he really do besides kind of give me a little shock, you know, when I saw Gojo's figure and when I seen what Sukuna was saying? Like, what did he really do? I don't know, man. I'm just like, you know, but Yuji was going crazy. I liked what Yuji had going on. I liked how he brought him in to his domain and was trying to talk to him, and then Sukuna was like, yo, when I get out of here, I'm killing everybody. I was like, damn. Okay, I liked how they kept that little evilness. You know, they kept them evil, because I know that it's a trope. You know, they try to make it so like the evil person kind of finds a little something in them, finds some humanity. I love when fiction doesn't do that. And another bum, I'm not gonna lie, is Yuki. Look, I was just thinking. Okay, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what did Yuki do? Like, seriously, like, okay, yeah, she created a black hole. She fought one person, lost. Yeah, it was Kenjaku, but I don't care. She lost to the one person in a 3v1. She doesn't exercise cursed spirits because she disagrees with Jujutsu High's methods, so she finds research to just rid the world of cursed spirits. And, you know, her mentality does nothing but give Geto the mindset to kill all the monkeys. Like, what are we, like, I'm sorry, bro, but she's just like, I don't know, man. She was cool. Okay, yeah, she's fine. I like her a little, like, she's kind of funny. But she's just kind of a fraud, bro. Like, she don't have no feeds. Like, when I see it, whenever I don't understand the appeal. Like, yeah, she's cool and everything. She can do some things here and there, but she has no feet. She created a black hole. Unfortunately for you, you didn't do nothing with it. Maki clears by tenfold. Okay, I just don't see the YUKI appeal. Like, I see people slander YUTA all the time. Deserve it. I don't even know. I say deservedly so, but that's mainly a joke. But YUKI really deserves the slander because what does she do? Like, she's a special grade that just got washed in a 3v1 fight. Like, I think what Kenjaku was a direct counter. I don't know, but I don't know, bruh. If somebody can explain to me why YUKI doesn't get any slander or doesn't deserve slander, please do so, because I've been thinking, you know, for like a while, like, what does she do? Like, what does she do? You're a special grade. Maybe you deserve it. I don't know, bro. Like, your technique was cool, and we saw a little bit of it, but, like, damn, you really got no feats in the story, man. Like, your whole thing is just, like, your feats come from, I guess, like, just fan fiction. But going away from all that negativity, we're gonna go back to the positivity, okay? I want to talk about my favorite character and who I think the best character is. My favorite character is Toji, okay? And there's a problem with that because usually my favorite character is somebody I see myself in. I really like couldn't find a reflection of myself in any of the characters except for like maybe Chozo. But I just, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just never really felt a true connection with Chozo to call him my favorite character. So Toji was my favorite because I think he's cool. Like, I don't know. I hate when that happens because usually my favorite character is someone I see a connection with. I see a reflection of myself. And I just didn't get that in JJK, which I think is kind of like a flaw. Maybe it's just a me thing, though. I guess it's just from my perspective a flaw. Maybe it's not an objective flaw. That's just my thing. But the best character, who I kind of just said it's Chozo. I think Chozo's the best character. Like, although I really couldn't like truly like relate to him in the same way that I reflect to like Aki and Denji, I still think he's the best character, and that's mainly the ideal he praises of brotherhood. I think that is an amazing thing to like preach, you know, about being a good big brother. I thought that was great, especially coming from a big brother. Like, you know, I think Chozo, his like mindset is very like inspiring and well written. I think he's the best character without a doubt. And but when he died, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Sometimes when people like die, it just has to be a certain way in fiction. It has to be a certain way to really make me feel something. Like, I think he's the best character, and I didn't want him to die. But when he did, I just didn't feel nothing. You know, on the other hand, though, when Panda died, I teared up a little bit. That was very sad. Okay, I know I did, actually, I don't know if I might have said this. I don't know. Like, I said JJK doesn't have, like, really emotional appeal. And it really kind of doesn't, but, like, it kind of does. Like, it's definitely a lot lower compared to, like, Chainsaw Man. I know I'm comparing it to Chainsaw Man a lot, but bear with me. It's the only other anime I saw. So, just, like, chill. Like, for me, most of the, like, when a death happens in JJK, it's kind of just like, damn. You know, I don't really get like a damn. Okay, except for with Panda. But Panda didn't even really die. But I thought he did, so that's why I was kind of like, damn. Like, that, it hurt. Okay, that was one that really hurt. And I'm not gonna lie, as weird as it sounds, I think I'm a masochist, but I like being hurt. I don't know what it is, but I like finding fiction that makes me feel something. Now, but that's not to say that this piece of fiction is bad because it didn't make me feel much. I still think it's extremely good. Okay, just for a completely different reason. Just because it doesn't make you cry or sob or anything like that doesn't mean it's bad, because this is still like a very good anime slash manga. I think they say anime manga, I don't know, but it's still good in both, you know, in both regards. Now, it's hard to rank the arcs, you know, properly because I didn't read the beginning of JJK. I kind of I'm getting that information from the anime and then the second half from the manga, so it's kind of like hard to rank them. My favorite so far, going off of the anime, is definitely Hidden Inventory, but hey, bro, we might see some more in the future. I don't know if that's objectively the best one. I think obviously my favorite part in the manga was that Gojo and Sukuna fight. That thing was amazing. Oh, and one last thing before I call it is I want to talk that body switch with Sukuna was nuts. I was not expecting that at all. Like that genuinely shocked me. Like my jaw dropped. That was crazy as hell. Bro, when he switched bodies, when Sukuna switched bodies, I was like, yo, what the hell is that, bro? Like I love when that type of stuff happens. Okay, so very grateful to see that. It was amazing. Okay, it was fantastic. Okay, wait. One last thing before I know I said that was the last thing, but this is the last thing. I really wanted to compliment the dialogue, okay, of this whole thing. I think the dialogue is absolutely amazing in JJK. It's probably my favorite because of how natural it feels. Like every conversation, whether it be one-on-one or a group, feels like it feels real. Like it feels very natural. I think I talked about earlier the differentiating between the art styles. I think that like complements it so well. The dialogue, it makes it so much more entertaining and funny and everything. It makes it so much better. So compliments to everyone. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to say the author's name, so I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to embarrass myself, but I don't know how to say it. But like compliments to him because I loved it. Okay, I loved the dialogue. It felt natural. It felt real. It felt great. Okay, and they did great in that aspect. But now that's all I want to say. This was the first anime I ever watched. Technically, that's how I count it. This is this third manga I've ever read. So, all in all, in terms of anime, it goes like Chainsaw Man, JJK. I'm gonna see you guys later. If you enjoyed, subscribe. If you got like a sister that's a legal age to put me on to, I don't know. Bye.